Welcome to Speaking Practice. Today we're going to practice ordering food and drinks in a cafe, using containers like a bottle of, and a jar of, and choosing between some and any. Here's how it works. I'll ask you a question, then you'll hear a pause. During the pause, answer out loud. After the pause, you'll hear a model answer. Don't worry if your answer is different. There are many good ways to answer. We'll start easy with short answers, and then move to longer descriptions. Ready? Let's go. Let's start with some quick, single-sentence answers. You're at a cafe. You want a chicken sandwich. Order it politely using, I'd like.
I'd like a chicken sandwich, please.
Now order a small cappuccino. Use, can I get?
Can I get a small cappuccino, please?
You've looked at the menu and you've decided, you want a latte. Use, I'll have.
I'll have a latte, please.
The assistant asks, eat in or take out? You want to stay in the cafe. What do you say?
Eat in, please.
You ordered your food but you didn't hear the price. Ask how much it costs.
How much is that?
You don't have any cash. You want to use your bank card. What do you ask?
Can I pay by card?
You want water. What container do you use? Say the full phrase, of water.
A bottle of water.
What container do we use for coffee? A glass container. Say, of coffee.
A jar of coffee.
You're at the supermarket. You need eggs. What do you buy? Of eggs.
A box of eggs.
There is cheese in the fridge. Say the sentence using some.
There is some cheese in the fridge.
You don't want milk in your coffee. Say the sentence using any.
I don't want any milk in my coffee.
You want to ask about chocolate. Chocolate is uncountable. Start your question with how much or how many.
How much chocolate do you eat?
Now ask about eggs. Eggs are countable. Start with how much or how many.
How many eggs do you need?
Someone asks, how much water do you drink every day? You drink a large amount. Answer with one word or two.
A lot.
Great work. You're doing really well. Now let's try some longer answers. Now I'll ask questions that need 2 or 3 sentences. Take your time. You're at a cafe. Order a sandwich and a hot drink. Use 2 sentences.
I'd like a cheese sandwich, please. And can I get a large Americano?
You're the cafe assistant. A customer just ordered. Tell them you'll eat in, and you'll bring the food to their table. Use, take a seat, and bring it over.
Sure. Take a seat and I'll bring it over. It'll be about 5 minutes.
You open your fridge. There are bananas but no milk. Describe what's in the fridge using some and any.
There are some bananas in the fridge. But I don't have any milk.
You're making a shopping list. You need milk, eggs, and sugar. Say what you need using the right containers.
I need a carton of milk, a box of eggs, and a bag of sugar.
You work in a cafe. A customer ordered a sandwich. Ask them 2 questions. Do they want it hot or cold, and do they want to eat in or take out?
Would you like it hot or cold? And eat in or take out?
Ask a friend how many meals they cooked last week, and answer for yourself. You cooked 0 meals.
How many meals did you cook last week? I cooked none. I can't cook.
You want a chicken salad. The assistant asks, anything else? You also want a can of cola. Say both parts.
Can I get a chicken salad, please? And yes, I'd like a can of cola as well.
Your order costs £6. Ask the price and then ask to pay by card.
How much is that? Okay, £6. Can I pay by card?
You're a cafe assistant. Offer the customer ice cream, and ask if they want any hot drinks. Use some and any.
Would you like some ice cream? And any hot drinks with that?
Your friend asks, eat in or take out? You're in a hurry, so you want to take out. Answer and give a reason.
Take out, please. I'm in a hurry. I don't have time to eat in today.
Excellent. Your answers are getting longer and more detailed. Now let's try something bigger. Now it's time for a bigger challenge. I'll give you a hint about what to include, then ask a question. Try to answer with 4 to 6 sentences. Now, a bigger challenge. Try to mention what food you want, what drink, eat in or take out, and how you want to pay. Use phrases like, I'd like, can I get, and can I pay by card? Imagine you walk into a cafe. You're hungry and thirsty. Order everything you want from the assistant.
Hi, I'd like a chicken sandwich, please. Would you like it hot or cold? Hot, please. Can I also get a large latte? And I'll have a bottle of water as well. Eat in, please. How much is that? Can I pay by card?
Good. Now try again. Use some ideas from the model answer if you like. Next challenge. Now you're the cafe assistant. Try to mention greeting the customer, asking about their food, offering a hot drink, asking eat in or take out, and telling them where to sit. Use phrases like, can I help? Anything else? Take a seat and I'll bring it over. A customer walks in. Take their order and help them through the whole process.
Good morning. Can I help? Sure, one cheese sandwich. Would you like it hot or cold? Any hot drinks with that? Okay, a cappuccino. Anything else? That's £7.50. Eat in or take out? Okay, take a seat and I'll bring it over.
Good. Now try again. Use some ideas from the model answer if you like. One more challenge. Try to mention what you have at home using some, what you don't have using any, and what you need to buy using the right containers. A bottle of, a box of, a bag of, a jar of, a can of, or a carton of. You're checking your kitchen before going to the supermarket. Describe what you have and what you need to buy.
Well, I have some pasta and some fruit at home. But I don't have any milk or any eggs. I need to buy a carton of milk and a box of eggs. I also need a bag of sugar, a jar of coffee, and a can of beans. I don't have any juice either, so I'll get a carton of orange juice.
Good. Now try again. Use some ideas from the model answer if you like. And one more. Try to ask at least 2, how much questions and 2, how many questions. Then answer them using a lot, a few, a little, or none. Imagine you're interviewing a friend about their eating habits. Ask them questions and give their answers.
How much coffee do you drink every day? A lot, about 4 cups. How many meals do you cook at home? A few, maybe 2 or 3 a week. How much water do you drink? A little, I should drink more. How many sweets do you eat? None, I'm on a diet.
Good. Now try again. Use some ideas from the model answer if you like. Wonderful. You're making great progress. Now let's talk about your real life. There are no wrong answers here, just talk about yourself. Think about your favorite cafe. Try to mention what you usually order, food and drink, whether you eat in or take out, how you pay, and how much it usually costs. Tell me about a normal visit to your favorite cafe. What do you order and what do you do? Here's an example of how I would answer this.
I usually go to a small cafe near my office. I'd like a large Americano and sometimes I'll have a cheese sandwich. I always eat in because I like to sit by the window. It's about £5. I always pay by card because I never have any cash. The assistant knows me now, she doesn't even ask, anything else?
Now try one more time with your own answer. Think about what you buy every week. Try to use containers. A bottle of, a box of, a bag of, a jar of, a can of, a carton of. Mention what you have at home using some, and what you don't have using any. Describe your weekly food shopping. What do you usually buy at the supermarket? Here's an example of how I would answer this.
Every week I buy a carton of milk, a box of eggs, and a bag of pasta. I always get a jar of coffee because I drink a lot of coffee. I usually have some fruit at home, but I don't have any cheese, so I buy some. I also get a can of beans and a bottle of juice. How much do I spend? Quite a lot.
Now try one more time with your own answer. Amazing work! You just practiced ordering in a cafe, using food containers, and choosing between some and any, from single sentences all the way to full descriptions. That's real progress. A tip for you: next time you're in a cafe, even in your own country, try to think about what you'd say in English. Practice the whole order in your head. I'd like a cappuccino, please. Eat in. Can I pay by card? The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. See you next time on Speaking Practice. Keep talking.